Welcome back to the Puncher's Chance YouTube channel. Delighted to be joined by Ben Shalom, Jonas v Price, Roy at Albert Hall. How much are you looking forward to the fight?
It's a huge fight. It's a fight that we've been trying to make for a long time. For me, it's the best against the best, and the reactions to it's been huge. The card is enormous. The venue is perfect, and so it's just a unbelievable night for women's boxing.
Yeah, a really entertaining night of fights, not just the main event, but also the whole card. The Raven Chapman Karis Arkansas fight was one that really caught my attention. You surprised you could get that together?
Yes and no. I think Karis, nearly a year out the ring because of personal issues. You've got to give her a huge amount of credit to jump straight into that ring with Raven Chapman, who's coming off the back of a world title fight against Guy Nicholson. If Raven's ever got a chance, it's now, you know. But this gives a huge opportunity to Karis to show, for me, why she can be the best in the division. You know, she had the win over Sky in the amateurs. Now it's time to prove it in the professional ranks. And yeah, I think she can put in an explosive performance. But it's a huge fight with a lot on the line. And yeah, delighted to see Karis back.
And I spoke to Fran Hennessy earlier. She couldn't give no details on her fight, but she said there could be something historic if Boxer can pull it off. You've got big plans for Hennessy?
Absolutely. And all it was Sky wanted to give her the justice that she deserves and announce it properly. And yeah, some big announcements for Fran, big announcements for Savannah to come as well.
And just moving on from this card, Martin Bakole, the sort of boogeyman of the heavyweight division. I know you've been waiting a long time to try and get a fight over the line for him. How much are you looking forward to that one?
Listen, we're one fight away. They can't hide anymore. The promoters are all crying because he is one fight away from fighting for a world title. And FAA Jabba, credit to him because he's the first man to step up. We're absolutely delighted. He's becoming a big name now. I've never got as many questions as I do now about Martin Bakole. Huge in the States after his win against Jared Anderson, and now going back there to fight FAA Jabba. Huge in Africa now, where they're looking at him as the next one. They're looking at him as can he be the Francis Ngannou of boxing for Africa? I believe he's going to beat everyone, and yeah, it's exciting now to finally get to this message, to this stage, and I have to thank His Excellency in Turkey Al Sheikh for keeping the promise, because you know, without him, does FAA Jabba take the fight? You know, you need someone that's going to back you, and he's definitely backed us on it, and yeah, I appreciate it.
And moving on to next fight that Boxer did have planned, sadly is no longer happening, Isaac Chamberlain and Vidal Riley, due to that injury. Have you had a chance to speak to either fighters since the announcement?
Yes, I'm gutted. Vidal's gutted. I mean, I've seen a lot online and the frustration's big. What I would say is I've worked with Isaac a long time. He's taken fights on late notice before. He's taken tough fights. He's taken fights that he shouldn't really take. So I don't question that he's injured. But it is still a sickener because it's a great fight, and for Vidal it's a sickener. But we got some big things for Vidal, and hopefully it works out for the best.
And it's been a bit of a frustrating period, for Vidal Riley. Not only injuries to his opponents, but also injuries to himself that has probably not allowed him to be as active as he would have liked. 2025 now again, as it is with many boxer fighters, a big year for them.
It's a huge year. Did I expect him to move this quickly when I signed him? Did I expect him to have this level of ambition? Did I expect him to want to fight the very best? Not this quickly. But he's got supreme confidence in his ability. We've seen enough to know that we believe he's the best of that group of cruiserweights. And I think he's going to prove that this year. I think he's going to go through one by one, and I'm looking forward to it. He's a star in the making.
And just discussing big fights involving Turkey Al Sheikh, he announced Chris Eubank Jr. and Conor Benn. Huge fight. The story sells itself really, with all the history. How much are you looking forward to that one if they can get it over the line now? Yeah,
it was a marathon. A lot of ups and downs, a lot of changing, a lot of this, a lot of that. The percentages, the weight, all sorts. But I'm just glad to get it done because, you know, and that's where you have to say and take your hat off to Turkey Al Sheikh, because in those moments, you need a sensible head in the room. In those moments, you need someone that people trust on both sides. And when you have someone that you can trust like him in the middle, it makes things, not just financially, but you're willing to do what's reasonable to get the fight done. And, you know, sometimes you think, how did boxing operate before that? And it definitely made it get over the line in the end. And it was a long time coming. But we look forward to an absolute monster. And just looking at the reaction, it's going to be absolutely enormous, and I can't wait.
Thank you for taking the time to speak to us
Thank you.
today. We're very much looking forward to March
Cheers,
the
mate.
7th.
Thank you.